Here are 5 shiny hunting methods that will guarantee you your favorite shiny Pokemon. These methods are actually fun and by far the best methods we've had in any Pokemon game ever. So this first method I want to show you is the respawn method. This method I came up with myself and it works for only a few Pokemon, but it does work on Froakie and Fennekin. So Froakie spawns in area 16 and Fennekin spawns in area 18. So make sure you go here and I'll show you how it works. This one's also an AFK shiny hunting method, so it's really good. You can literally watch something while doing this method, it's so good. But you want to climb up here on the scaffolding to go to Fennekin. This works for any Pokemon that wants to run away. So some Pokemon will fight you, some Pokemon will run away, and some Pokemon won't attack you until you basically annoy it. So this method only works for a few Pokemon, but the Fennekin spawns right on this roof over here. Try and ignore these Altaris and stuff. Sometimes the Alpha and they do destroy you. But here's the Fennekin, right? So the Fennekin likes to run away as soon as you get close to it. Now the main thing you want to do is just stand here, okay? The Fennekin will respawn after a certain amount of time, and this one's a bit tricky to do. You want to have the game open with audio on, and you can basically watch any TV show or YouTube video while shiny hunting this Pokemon, and once you hear the shiny sound, you want to make sure you save your game immediately, and you'll be able to catch the shiny Fennekin no problem at all. There we go, the first respawn. So we stayed here, right? It notices us immediately and it just runs off the roof there. So, but you'll hear the shiny sound as soon as you get it. And it's in my opinion a lot quicker than some of the other methods. And in my opinion, it's probably the best method for shiny Fennekin. But the shiny can despawn, so it's kind of a risky method. You have to save immediately. But if you get that save, it's definitely worth it. There we go, our second respawn. And it runs away just like that. So that's the whole method. Let's go on to method 2. And for method 2, it is the fast travel method. So how it works is you basically just spam the fast travel in any wild zone. As soon as you do this, more Pokemon will spawn. And they'll spawn in a 50-meter radius of where you fast travel. No need to walk around, just spam fast travel. It's probably the easiest to spawn Pokemon ever. Like it takes only a few seconds and you can just spam this like it's crazy. But more shinies will spawn and they'll stay on the map because shinies cannot despawn in this game. Now it won't work on every Pokemon because it has to be in a 50-meter radius. I'll do a marker right here. So you can see the marker there. If I go on this wild area here, you can see the marker gains meters as I go away from it. And the Pokemon will spawn up until 50 meters over here. So in a 50-meter radius circle, the shinies can spawn. So everything on this half will spawn as shiny potentially. Everything on this half will not spawn as shiny, unfortunately. But if you spam this method a bunch of times, it'll be the fastest method out of any Pokemon game to get shiny Pokemon. It is absolutely insane. It works in any wild zone ever as well. Want to get the starters? Good news, because you can actually get the starters very easily by doing this method. And for Wild Zone 20, it's actually got 2 spawn locations you can do. So if you choose the Wild 20 area, you actually spawn in the grass type and water type starters, as a portion of the map on this side is grass and water over there. Now to get the fire and water starters, you can go to this location here, Centrico Plaza, as the fast travel point, and you'll spawn in front of the Wild Zone, where the fire area is for the fire type starters and a bit of the water type starters as well. So it's a great method. Like you can literally shiny hunt any starter you want with this method. It also works for the Froakie in Wild Zone 16. And I'm pretty sure it barely touches the Fennekin in Wild Zone 18, which is insane. It has to be in a 50-meter radius. So if I mark this location over here and I go into Wild Zone 20, if you run away, the 50 meters will appear. We only get about this much space, so it's not a lot of space right now. The alpha Pokemon in the middle do not apply to this method. But there is a method to get these alpha Pokemon as shiny, thanks to the sponsor of this video. If you're looking for cheap shiny Pokemon and items, you can check my sponsor, u4gm.com. They are pro-web and provide shiny Pokemon and items with cheap price and fast delivery. They have more than 20,000 good comments at Trustpilot, and you can use my discount code ALEX for 5% off, link in the description. Check out their website and use code ALEX, and you can get these shiny Pokemon for a cheap price. Now for the third method, it is called the bench method. This method is really good for macros, like the turbo controllers and stuff like that. Now the third method is the bench method. So this method is the best for turbo controllers or macroing. You can do this manually as well, but the fast travel method is the best manual method in my opinion. But then again, some Pokemon won't spawn in that 50-meter radius. So I'm going to go to a bench. Actually, every Pokemon Center's got a bench, so you can get city Pokemon quite easily, like Spritzee and Swellix are pretty easy to get. But the best chest spin shiny hunting method is probably the bench method. So you want to go to a bench and just spam, kill some time, and you'll reset the day and night cycle. That's how it works. The cutscene is very long. Like, look how long this cutscene is right here. This is why the method kind of sucks, but you can macro it and just spam A, and the shiny won't really despawn because these Pokemon don't run away, unlike the Fennekin method. But you'll get new spawns in the ground here right next to these benches. So there's plenty of benches around the map. The shiny sound does happen underground, by the way. But you just gotta spam this, and that's how you do the method, really. And we've got new spawns right here, as you can see. There are definitely better spots to do this as well for more shiny Pokemon. I know there's benches right near the Froakie spawn. I believe it's in Wild Zone 5. So you can do a shiny Venipede and Bellsprout hunt over in this area over here. There are benches right over here you can do the method on. And all you gotta do is spam A. So if you have a turbo controller, just make it spam A. and you can just go into nightfall and daytime, and the shinies will not despawn because they do try and attack you, so the shinies will never run away. And you've got an alpha one just like that, goddamn. Now the second or third AFK method is the Wild Zone 3 method. You guys have probably heard this method by now. But Wild Zone 3, it's got a very special area where you can shiny hunt Pokemon. So we'll make your way into this building over here, past this Alpha Litleo, and just go in here, and you can see you teleport to an Alpha Fletchling. So what you can do in this area here is just hold down. So you can literally get a rubber band or anything that can make your joystick go down, and you'll just go down back into the subzone over and over again. So respawn the Alpha Fletchling. This is a guaranteed spawn for Alpha Fletchling. And you keep going down and down, and you respawn new Pokemon. It's so good, dude. Like, I do this overnight, every single night. I'm pretty sure it does get disrupted by the day and night cycle changing, so make sure you guys use a bench before you do this, so you get maximum time doing this method. But I'll show you my results for this one. Every Pancham, Flabébé, and Litleo I got were from this method. Like, I got all these shinies. If I count them all up here, it is 1, 2, 3. It is 13 shiny Pokemon, because I got this Alpha Pyroar as well from the same method. But yeah, it works so well. Like, I got 3 shinies every single night, and I'm pretty sure I just blacked out, so I didn't get that many shinies. This method is broken. So you get spawns from Flabébé to Litleo and Skiddo on this side over here. I'm pretty sure I can't reach the Pikachu and the Esper on this side, but I have seen clips of people getting it, so I'm not really sure. And also benches here if you want to do bench method, of course. There's also an option to get shiny Pikachu or shiny Esper. Now the fifth and final method is just walking around. It's my favorite method, not gonna lie. Shiny hunting kind of sucks in this game because it's so boring. The main methods are the bench method and the fast travel method, so it kind of sucks, not gonna lie. I think the best method is just walking around and surprising yourself with a shiny Pokemon. I cannot lie. Like, I much prefer just walking around and finding shiny Pokemon that way. And it's so common as well. Like, you spawn so many Pokemon just by walking around. There's also a bench here. It's like a new bench method, but screw the bench method, dude. My favorite method is walking around. I cannot lie. I recommend trying this just once. Just try and go through every single wild zone and see if you catch a shiny. You most likely will catch a shiny, not gonna lie, because the odds are crazy. Obviously, you want to try and get the shiny charm in this game. The shiny charm will increase the odds by 4 times the amount. It will go from 1 in 4,096 odds to 1 in 1,024. But if you walk around, you can get rooftop spawns as well, like the monkeys. Although the fast travel method is a lot easier, it's just fun getting shinies this way. There are definitely a few Pokemon that require you to just walk around. One example I can think of is the Lysander Cafe Beldum spawns. The fast travel method won't work in this area here because there's no Pokemon obtainable except for like some Wild Area 7 ones. Oops. If you go in here, you can get Beldum and a bunch of other Pokemon, of course. But the only way to get shiny Beldum is by going in this cafe and just walking through to the Beldum spot. You can only find Beldum through this door here. If I get shiny now, that'd be insane. But these are the only spots you can get Beldum, and it's very hard to catch as well. You literally have to use timer balls to catch these guys, but that's the only way you can get shiny Beldum. You can get shiny Alpha Metagross by doing the Wild Zone Area 20 bench method, I believe. But that'll be like impossible to catch, so no point even trying that. The catch rate for Metagross is probably the worst in the entire game. But yeah, that is 5 shiny hunting methods to get shiny Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Z8. Leave a like and subscribe for certain methods to get certain shiny Pokemon, like the Beldum guide I just made just then. I'll try and make some more Alpha shiny guides in the future. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.